Hi, Blockman 1000, and this is a response to Dave's post about the syringe mod for your cartomizers, the homemade one with the 20 ml syringes and also the smaller syringes. I couldn't find any 20 ml syringes, so I found a couple of B&D 10 ml syringes, and I did go ahead and make one, but I don't have the dual coil type cartos. I have CE2 Fluxomizers, and I went ahead and set them up so I could use them with the dual syringes, or with the syringe mod. I'm using a Vortex 2 mouthpiece for a very simple reason. I can actually use this, no extra seals or mouthpiece, put it in there, stick it in, all the way in, and it's up against the actual wick cup right here. I'll give you a better version here. If you look at where this comes up, see, there's, you can't see it because of the light, but there you go. You can probably see it better where the wick cup is at. Put the Vortex 2 in. Now trim it a little bit so the Vortex 2 will fit, and there you go. It butts up against it. It's up in there. It won't leak. I've tried it, no problem. So anyways, easy fill. Now, since I had that all taken care of, I wanted to go ahead and do the same with the syringe mod. You know, I mean that's an old post in the ECF forum, but when I found out, I was like, man, I have every tool that he mentioned in the video. I have, and I got quite a lot of tools, so I can pretty much work. You know, if I got time, I can kill time and work on stuff. So I went ahead and did that mod. So here we go. Make you see it better. It's the same thing. Uses the Vortex mouthpiece. It's basically this, just a different fluxomizer that I had. This is my third one I've opened. I'm sorry, my first one. And I decided, so, well, it's the one's been used the most, so I have less to lose if this one gets buggered up. What I have done here on the fluxomizers, I disassembled it, cleaned it, dry burned it. That's the main thing, of course, when you clean a CE2, you know, flush it out. And just so you know, I am using it on an Ego. I will use these on a Pro Vari when I get mine. But there's an 808. I'm using an adapter because at the time I wanted 2.4 to 2.6 ohm clear fluxomizers that Got Vapes. They were out, so I got the 808s. I got an adapter with it, with the Vortex kit that I got, and it works great. It doesn't bother me. That's an adapter. I guess if you're really picky about it, I don't see how it affects performance in any way. You know, these are flexible. I can use them on 808 or 510 if I don't have access to the other ones. But anyways, what I did here, hard to see difference in here, but I did put 3 holes inside the fluxomizer after I marked it, so I could actually have 3 different levels the juice can seep out while I'm filling it from the center. So of course it'll fill up from here. What this does is it creates even pressure, so that way when you're filling it, you don't have to do anything fancy. And this is basically the one I have here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill one that, you know, it's pretty much empty. Let's put this back together. That's on my VV pass-through. And ever since been using this pass-through, I want a Pro Vari, so I ordered one. Now let me see. I've got a VG, got a 555 and a menthol blend here. It's 30 VG and 70 PG. So let me show you how I feel. I just tilt the body. Be careful while you're holding it there, and I just drip right into it. Same principle, but I make sure that the 3 holes is what keeps it filling evenly. Yeah, this VG is kind of, the VG blend here is getting to it, so that it's already actually starting to fill in there. You might want to take a few breaks just to give it time to fill. There we go. The holes make it fill out evenly. If you only have a hole in the bottom, you're only going to fill up the center tube. Found that out, and then once I was able to empty it down to a point where I could get it okay, that was it. And there we go. I don't like going, I usually stop near the bottom of the base of the fill cap, you know, put away my juice, and in case, you know, one thing about the mouthpiece here, I took an old Cardo condom cap, and I just took a pen tip, poked a hole in it, a metal pen tip without the ink, just punctured a hole through it, and I trimmed it around the vortex so I could just stick it on here. And it's not for leaks. It's because I want to have a softer little something that I can probably put my teeth on when I'm holding it. So it's just a Cardo condom, the silicone ones, just to give me a softer feel on the mouthpiece. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything for leaking. Just cap the juice here, and just tip a little bit. Get some, because it was empty when pretty much empty. Well, I just tried vaping it. You know, I don't take those deep drags or toots. I just go ahead and enjoy it. So I got the air conditioner right in my face, so turn that off. Change vape. Works for me, and then, like I said, if I need to refill it, pop the top off, get the juice, pour it in, cap it, then make sure it's seated all the way down to the shoulder. That's what I always do. Like I said, it's just a silicone ring with the silicone Cardo cap. I just put that on there. So I just have something I can use as a soft little mouthpiece that maybe if I want to chew on or something. No, well, not chew on or eat, but just, you know, give it a more comfortable feel to the mouth. It is a VV pass-through. That's at the highest setting. Took out my multi-tester, and comes out. Unfortunately, this one only goes up to 4 volts at max under load. So you might want, you know, mine was a little under, but I liked how it tastes at 4 volts. So that's why I ordered a Pro Vari. Just waiting for it to come in. And there you see it. Doesn't leak. Vortex mouthpiece is working great. Triple five with a little bit of menthol is my favorite. It's cool with a little bit of nutty taste. I like it. Everybody has their own taste. This is how I normally vape at the computer. That's why I love the CE2s. Take them real quick second. Back in business. pass-through. You can feel it. It's getting a little hot. Pass-through, not the CE2, but the pass-through is. I usually hold the button too damn long. Works. And the nice thing about another thing about the syringe mod is, here, I'll show you what my bag, my little Ego case looks like when it's filled. I usually put my other my Ego battery in here next to the other one, and I just usually put the other reverse. I put my two syringe tanks in there, the CE2s, then my juice bottles there, and that's it. Well, maybe one more thing to show you. When I mix my juice, I like to do this. This is the same 10 ml syringe that I used for the mod, and what I did is, if you've got like an old, one of those lubricant spray can, and it comes in a WD-40 can, but you can find ones that have the clear tube. I've seen the YouTube vid where the guy put heat shrink and he used a pen, the inside of a pen, big pen. If you go like the hardware store, you can find so even like a small oil bottle. I have them. I had these because my nick is Glockman 1000. I'm a shooter, so I have a bunch of these. I soak them, clean them out really good, and all you gotta do is just trim just a little bit off the tip of a syringe, and these will go in there, butt it up against the plunger, and you've got yourself a nice filling needle. This is big and small, so it will fit in the size of a CE2, and you got yourself a room. But what I like to do is like the bottles, I made it deep enough so I can go all the way to the bottom of the bottle and draw out what I need if I want to do a blend or a mix, a DIY, and I can transfer from bottle to bottle easier. So if you got these WD-40, you can use the red one. The red one comes on a WD-40. Just clean them out. Of course, when you get your syringe, you're gonna clean them out. You clean out this, and just get like your X-Acto knife and just trim it. I mean, it's a 1/16 of an inch, and these will slide right in, and they'll be really snug. So I tried a heat shrink one, and it would not hold. It would come off every time. I can't believe I went through and I've got like tons of these. I got a bag full of these freaking tubes. So I use this. I've got different lengths, so I can pull this out, put in a shorter one, like for when I was using a Ego Mega Addy tank, or the Ego Mega tank. I would use that instead, because to prevent from popping off the caps too much, stick them inside. I'm taking too long, wasting too much time. Thanks for watching, and vape on.